What's up, everybody? I'm super excited to get started with you on launching and creating your very own online business over the next 7 days. So without further ado, we're going to dive straight into this because I'm not going to give you any fluff or BS. We want you to maximize the results that you get over the next 7 days so that ideally you can earn your first dollar or get your first client online. So with all that said, let's jump into this document. So I'm going to show you how to choose a winning niche. Now, a little bit of a warning and preface for this video is that a niche is not an industry. So an industry is something like dating or fitness or business. These are industries, not niches or niches, however you want to pronounce it. For example, I was in the business industry, but I niched down within that industry because, as many of you may know, I got started as a real estate agent. So I niched down to real estate agents, but I even went further than that. I wanted to work with real estate agents who wanted more seller deals. And that is because seller deals and seller leads are way more valuable than buyer leads and buyer deals for a number of reasons. This is not a real estate marketing course, so I'm not going to get too deep into that. And ultimately, I even niched down even further than that to people who were already closing deals but wanted to close 3 to 5 more seller deals each and every month. So with all that said, that's a little bit of a preface that you don't want to choose an industry. You want to burrow down because it's going to help you relate to your ideal client, and it's also going to help you create a piercing marketing message, which we will obviously get into within these videos. So with that said, if you don't think you have anything to sell or you don't feel qualified, you're absolutely wrong. You just need to be one step ahead of someone else. Now, here is what I will say. Most people have something they've experienced, something they have accomplished, something they've overcome, or something they've achieved, whether it has to do with health, wealth, relationships, or hobbies that other people are interested in achieving for themselves. And that is why I say you just need to be one step ahead. You don't need to be the best real estate agent. I certainly wasn't the best real estate agent. I was really good at marketing and getting seller leads. However, other real estate agents were much better real estate agents than I was. I was just better at marketing. And so that was the step ahead of other real estate agents that I was. I could market myself and get leads better than they could, even though they had 20, 30 more years of experience as a real estate agent. And you need to only be one step ahead of whoever you are selling to. And that is ultimately what makes you qualified, because you don't know how valuable that one step is to someone else, especially the person one or steps behind you. And even if that step came easy to you, doesn't mean it's going to come easy to the person 1 or 2 steps behind you. So with all that said, there is definitely something you know or have accomplished that you can sell to someone else. And if you are still just flabbergasted at that whole idea, I'll show you how to pick an industry, burrow down into that industry, and then find their problem so that you can ultimately come up with a solution for their problem. But before we do that, here's how you can uncover some niche or niche opportunities that may be of interest to you. So, what are you good at? What are you passionate about? What is your current career? Or what have you ever made at least $1 doing? Whether it's a lemonade stand or a garage sale, I don't care. List it out. What have you ever achieved as it relates to health, wealth, dating, or relationships, or hobbies? Have you overcome depression, anxiety, back pain? Have you lost a bunch of weight? Have you gained a bunch of muscle? Have you overcome an eating disorder? Are you really good at getting dates on Tinder? Are you really good at cold approach? Are you really good at nightclubs? Are you really good at within your marriage? Have you created a long-lasting marriage? Have you made money in a specific way? I was really good at getting seller leads, so that's the specific thing that I was doing. Maybe you're a plumber and you get a lot of a certain type of plumbing jobs, or a chiropractor and you get a lot of a certain type of chiropractic jobs, or you're a landscaper and you get a ton of landscaping jobs? Are you really good at training dogs, playing the guitar, playing the drums, teaching people how to sing? Or if you're interested in sports, for instance, are you really good at jiu-jitsu? So is your arm bar unstoppable? Or is your rear naked choke super great? Can you shave strokes off someone's golf swing? Can you make someone a better three-point shooter? Can you make someone jump higher? Can you make someone run faster? Are you really good at a certain video game? So think about all those types of things and list them out. Then, what would other people say you're really good at? Have you ever been asked, how do you do that? How did you do that? How are you so happy all the time? How do you make your marriage work? How is your marriage so drama-free? There are tons of different things that people have probably asked you or have noticed that you are good at. List those things out. Now, based on all of this information, you should be able to come up with some general niche ideas that may interest you. And once you've done that, you need to think about, what will someone actually pay for? Because you could teach someone how to get really good at a video game or get really good at knitting, but are they really going to be able to pay you what you want to be paid? And for the purpose of this, you want to be paid high ticket prices, which is at least $2,500, although over time I would definitely recommend getting that price to at least $5,000. So if they're willing to pay and they are able to pay, which means they have money, you need to think about, are they easy to reach? Because you don't want to be working with a group of 5 people who exist in the entire world, because that's not a big enough TAM, which means total addressable market, which means you simply can't build a business on a community that only has 5 people that meet your criteria. Now, going back to what I previously said, if you truly don't think you are interested in anything, or you have nothing that someone is willing to pay for, well then what you can do is you can choose an industry and drill deeper into that industry. An example I use is fitness. So that's an industry, but you can come up with your niche based on fitness. As I have written here, mothers under 30 years old who just had a baby and want to get their pre-baby body back in 90 days is a clearly defined niche within the fitness industry. So I hope that makes it very clear to you. So you could choose an industry like dentists, chiropractors, real estate agents, and figure out what their number one problem is. And you'll do this by simply asking them, hey, what's your number one problem? And you'll probably want to drill deeper into it. So chiropractors will probably say, oh, I'm not getting enough clients. Okay, what type of client do you want? And then they'll probably tell you the type of client that they probably want, because obviously they have a wide array of services, and some of these services probably more profitable than others. And then it is up to you to figure out how to address that problem for them. Whether you learn from books, whether you ask other dentists and chiropractors, whether you take an online marketing course for dentists and chiropractors to help them get that result. That is an example of looking at what the world needs and then finding a solution to that problem. Then what you're going to want to do is create your elevator statement, which is simply what you do in a one-sentence line, and that is ultimately going to be your niche. So, for example, I help target market get whatever the desired outcome is in this time frame without big problem or frustration using your unique mechanism. That is your niche, and to some extent, it's the backbone of your offer as well. Now you may be thinking, what is a unique mechanism? A unique mechanism is merely just your process on what you're going to do in order to get them that specific result. For instance, a unique mechanism might be the self-sustaining body formula, and that may be a variation of fasting or 1 meal a day. And here's the thing. The unique mechanism doesn't need to be actually unique. It just needs to sound different Because the whole point of a unique mechanism is to get someone to say, oh, I've never tried that mechanism before. So, insanity, P90X, keto diet, California diet, carnivore diet, ancestral diet. These were unique mechanisms at one point in time. And so you're essentially just coming up with a fancy name for what your secret ingredient or your secret process or solution is. And once again, it doesn't have to be truly unique, it just needs to sound different. Yes, it is better if it is truly unique, but that is not the most important thing. Now, with all that said, that is actually going to wrap up this video. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create your entire offer so that you can get your target market their desired outcome in the time frame that you have outlined. I'm also going to show you how you can charge those high ticket prices with your offer, because we are selling an outcome, not just a solution. And we're going to increase the likelihood of achievement, decrease the risk, and hopefully help them achieve this in the least amount of time possible. And all those things combine to make an offer that you can charge a lot of money for. And like I said, I'll show you how to do this in the very next video. Now, if you want my help and my team's help to do this, now, if you want me and my team to help you do this whole process with you from A to Z, then book a call somewhere down below this video where we're going to take you through this 9-step process to get you from where you currently are to where you want to go in the fastest, best, and most clear and predictable way possible. Now, with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video.